just told me. Alright, here we go. Round 3, game 1, and although I usually like to play a little bit fast and loose with my keeps, there's just nothing in here for creatures. And I don't really count Shrapnel Blast off a Rogue's Glove to be a reasonable thing that early in the game. This is better. I'll keep this. I've got an early creature, assuming I draw one more land, followed up by a little bit of ramp and life gain and removal. So this is much better than my original 7. So if I can draw another land and the next 2, I will be a happy man. That one's quality. I've been wanting to work that into a constructed deck. All the Rabble Red kind of stuff running around that's just like lousy with removal. Seems like this could be a 4-1 that gets through all the time. So, not entirely sure why nobody has gotten that in yet, unless the reason is that it's bad, because it could just be bad. I think it's got a place though, especially for really like some sort of like Howl the Horde thing to work. Think about like Bloodseeker, Howl the Horde into Searing Blood. That's just a blowout. Alright, so he does not want to trade. I don't get any satisfaction. Okay. So if I swing through, he'll probably block. I can Titanic Growth to 1 for 1. I guess that's what I do. There's not much else going on at the moment. So I will swing through with this, assume that he blocks. Probably with the Torch Fiend. And I'll Titanic Growth to save it. Next turn, if he doesn't do anything else, I will strike down the Bloodseeker. And then get him for 3. Alright, is the 4-drop there? Sends in for just 2. Post-combat, gets himself a 3-1. Okay, Rotfester Magnet is in the yard along with the Leeching Sliver, huh? Alright. Okay, well, I get my land. And I will strike down the Necromancer. Do a little bit of racing. Next turn, I think that I probably want to get the Verdant Haven, so I can get a little bit closer to that Cone of Flame, because Cone of Flame is almost always the correct play. That's unfortunate. Okay, so what to do? Do I get a land? I do not. Well, before I do anything, I swing. So we'll probably get him to pop his Inferno Fist. No, okay, so he lets me get him, which means that the correct move now is to play the Netcaster Spider, because it will... Actually, nah, that was a bonehead move. Okay, so here's the awesome thing about the blade. If you don't know, I'll pull up this. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, it gets +2/+0 and gains first strike. So that's going to be a 6/1 first striker if I block, because he's going to kill that, and then just get a really nice 2 for 1. And so I actually cannot block that well. I just set myself up for him always being able to get a first strike there. Okay. Well, let's hope that he's unlucky. Let's see, so I can swing through with everybody here. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay. So swing with everybody. Just have to try to continue to race him. I've got 5 power on the board, and so does he. My life total's a little bit lower, and he has reach with the fist. Alright, So I got him to pop the fist. That's good. It's not a constant threat now. I can get myself to Verdant Haven to get myself out of a little bit of conundrum here. Alright, does he win the flip? Does he blow up his own goblin? He does not. Here's the landmine token if you're not familiar with it. So 2 can't completely kill my guy. I get myself a swamp. So do I 3-2-1 this? Let's see. 2-2-1. Alright. So yeah, this looks like a 3-2-1 blast off kind of situation. So 1 damage will go to him, 2 damage him, and 3 damage him. There we go. Myself some red. Okay, proving once again that Cone of Flame is spectacular in this format. So he had me on the ropes there. Cone of Flame dug me out of it. I'm not home free by any means. On board I've got him on a 10-turn clock. But I do have 1, 2, 4, 5 mana, so 1 more gets me the soul. Hey, he's got Rabble Master. Card that every time I look at it simultaneously makes me feel smart and dumb. Smart because I bought 40 of them from Star City Games for $1 a piece, and dumb because I sold out of them on eBay at like 5 and now they're 16 or something ridiculous. So that's how that game works. Alright, so Netcaster comes through. Yeah, I can put some pressure on him because I've got Soul. Soul at this point only gets back Borderland Marauder. So if he wants to, he can lose his Rabble Master to get in an extra point of damage from the other goblin. I doubt he will. Next turn I'll just play out my other 2 creatures to start blocking goblins. And if they die, it's not too big of a deal, I can just grave dig them back. While I'm waiting here, let me get a plug in. There's a pretty cool podcast called Just Another Magic Podcast. I get to guest star on it a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, there's one of the guys on there is pretty sharp with MTG Finance, so if you're into that sort of thing, that's fun. There's also all different other kinds of stuff on there. But go check out your browser, go get on the Google, and check out Just Another Magic Podcast. Alright, he decides not to throw the Rabble Master at me. What? What's going on with my computer? Okay, taking a point. Trying to get Moto to work. Appears to be a tall order. Do I have to restart? Okay, I'm going to restart Moto. And we're back. Okay. So my soul appears to be blocking a goblin. Alright. I just continue to get horizontal on the board. Uh-oh, that's a lot of mana. Endless Obedience, a maggot. So he now has a 3/5 and a little bit more life. I, on the other hand, have a Lightning Strike. Well, actually, is Goblin Rabble Master that good in this particular situation? I don't think it's that good right now. So I'm just going to continue to play out some of this stuff. Send the bear out there. And I'll just let his goblins bounce off my guys. Save that lightning strike for something a little bit more relevant later. Did manage to eat my Marauder, so I can't get it back with the soul. That's okay. Alright, Alright, so he sends in the maggot. 3-5. Now is this king, right? Yeah. The landmine's just attacking. Okay. So he's got to have some sort of trick here. So I'm not gonna set myself up there. I'll cancel him. I'm not trying to actually use the ability. Okay. Now he gets blockers. So he is trying to set me up for some way to kill my soul. So I'm just going to play it like that and let him kill a bear, which I can use the soul to get back. Or it could just be giving it Death Touch, and I could not have the mana up to Lightning Strike. That could be what he's doing. And then I get even more beat. Painful. Okay. So that swung the game a fair bit. Now it looks like Lightning Strike might actually be best on that Rabble Master. Let's see, he'll send in everybody. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and strike down the Rabble Master now before he's got the ability to draw and kind of trick for it. Send that guy in. He's not going to be able to block to kill the maggot anyway. So I'll just keep back the Netcaster for his goblin. Okay, so that was... yeah, I really should have read that Necrobite a lot better. Alright, so I'll take 3. I guess that kill spell is what I'm looking for right now. Covenant of Blood. Ah! That's painful. Alright, so he's playing black-red. Let's see. Here's one X1 that's not black. 2 X1s that aren't black. And a whole bunch of goblins, so yeah, I'll keep that in. Anything else that I should be thinking about as I look toward black-red? I think I'm happy enough with this list to where there's nothing that I'm going to switch out. Xanthid's pretty decent if you're just trying to dodge removal. But I'm still going to stick with this one. So we'll submit this and see how it goes. Could be my downfall. Alright, yes,